Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time for the 1 hour song challenge to return. Today I'm going to be taking another stab at this challenge, and if you guys aren't familiar with it, it's very simple. I just have to try to make something that's halfway decent in 1 hour. So, boom, FL Studio is open. 1 hour on my watch is almost pulled up. I'm about to hit start, but I need every last second I can get. Let me make sure everything else is good here in FL. I'll put a 1 hour timer on the screen for you guys as well. Boom. Hour going. All right, let's get it, guys. So my plan for today is, number one, not to talk too much because I tend to do that. I'm going to try to find a nice vocal that we can work off of, and I'm going to just go with the flow. That's basically it. So let's go to singing vocals. I want something that's wet so I don't have to do much processing.
I like losing control. I hear these voices.
That one sounded cool.
Why do you do this?
I see you in the sun.
I'm dead.
Maybe we'll just rock with this one.
I'm overworking.
Actually sounds really sick. This is going to be something that I might use, might not use. Typically, my songs, I like to have vocals, so at the bare minimum, this will act as a placeholder, if anything, if I even wind up needing it. But this is pretty cool. I'm going to pitch it up one semitone because I personally like G minor the best. I think that's a key that works really well with my sound.
I'm overworking.
And it still sounds sick.
You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are...
I'm going to bring my project tempo down to 126, and I'm going to boost this, or not boost it, but speed it up so that it fits 126 as well. And let's get it going. So now let's try to come up with some melodies for a drop. I think that's not a bad idea first. So I'm going to start with a pluck. Sure. Let's do a pluck. This is pretty basic. This is a nice pluck that we can work off of. And then the only thing that I'm going to do for processing on this is just give it a little bit of reverb. Cool. And then I'm also going to create a bass to go along with this. I'm going to try to make a very fast bass line that works with this vocal, and then I'll take that bass line and then I'll try to make a melody on top of it, I think. So let's go, honestly, simple bass. Where's my favorites? Kung Fu. There we go. All right, let's see.
I'm overworking.
I think we'll start the bass pattern a little bit late in this vocal. You see, vocal actually starts here, but I think it would sound better if we just keep it over here. So let's see, folks. I'm absolutely turned today. I'm ready for this challenge. All right.
Overworking. You're missing the point of my intentions. Overworking. You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are slurring. You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are slurring.
That sounds so mean already. Nice and dark.
My words are slurring. I'm addicted to you and everything that we do.
I have no choice but to move on, folks. Already 4 minutes deep. Okay, so now let's mute the vocal quick and let's see if we can come up with a nice little melody. This is gonna act as like my melody that maybe I'll start off the track with, and then perhaps use it for use for the drop. Let's see. Actually, that note is D. And you know what? Just in this case, it'll be helpful if I also have just a generic, honestly, let's just do generic filtered saw chords. That way, if I have some chords in the background, it should help me make the melody. Because this respace is like super dark and nothing clear is coming to me yet. That's the other thing. I got to try to be swift today. I want to try to make this thing fire. Okay, boom. Take a little EQ quick. Oh. High pass. No. Shit, low pass. I always get confused between the two. Fine. You know what? Maybe I'll move this to C. That might make more sense. Move this guy to C as well. Okay. And then back to making a melody. I like D sharp to G. Okay, so obviously I've just muted the chords. I've gone absolutely rogue, but let me see. I think we're getting somewhere. Ah, so bad. Hold on. You know what? Let me scrap this idea of using the stupid pluck. Let me use the actual synth. Let's go with my favorites. Boom. Boom. Okay, I'll just get rid of that D, but this has... Hello? Where's my timer go? Is it still going? Am I wasting time? Oh my god, it is still going. Fudge. Okay. Well, I've wasted 9 minutes coming up with a melody. Again, I kind of have to run with this... Have to run with it at this point. The chords are a waste of time. What are you going to do? But... pretty decent melody. I'll wind up making tweaks as we build this further. I think now the best thing to do is actually turn this into a usable lead stack for the drop that I have in mind. So I'm going to just do all my work here on one channel today. I'll pull up Nexus for a nice super saw. I'll pull up Silent for like a cleaner lead. That's Spire. Whoops. Let's open up Silent for a cleaner lead. And then this lead's not too bad. Let's see. So first, what I should do, I'm going to also create a layer real fast. try to save some headache later on. Okay, now from Nexus, I'm looking for, what did I say? A super saw. Let's check my favorites. That's not a bad option. Might not be a bad option either. And then from Silent, I want that clean lead. Let's go to Hardwell's pack. This song might be way too aggressive, but we're going to rock with it. Okay, now from the Spire lead, I definitely need a ravier sound here. Let's see. Okay, I can get weird with that sound, and then what I can do is pick another ravier sound from maybe, let's go Serum. I like doing that. I like picking different lead layers from all different plugins. And then for this one, I know exactly what layer we can go with. I say that, and then I forget what it's named. Not that one. Main stage. Okay. This lead needs to be a little bit different. I want something kind of like this, like just grittier. I like that. I like that. Let's run with it. All right. So the big thing, and this is going to be so time consuming, but I think it'll be worth it. We got to pitch everything. I want things to go up and down. So let's create one automation clip. I'm going to do this with just the silent lead to start, and then I'll link everything. All right, so let me think. Bum, 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 bum. Probably this fourth note here. This one can go down too. This one I don't think should be that dramatic, so maybe we'll just do like 25%. Same with this guy. Yeah, now I'm moving at light speed today. Look at this. Work smarter, not harder. Boom. I kind of like that to be shorter. I think that's probably all the pitching that I can do here. Maybe make it a little longer. I don't know yet. I do want to try. What if I make this go up? Maybe later. Maybe later. Okay. So now, I hate doing this, but we got to link all these guys to this automation clip. How am I doing? Holy shit, I've wasted 15 minutes already. And I have to make a whole song? Nah, I might be trolling. That just killed my vibe. I can't believe I'm 15 minutes deep already. This is all good. This is part of the process. The trials and tribulations. So you guys, this normally I cut all this out in like studio time with Ryos and stuff, and now you have seen link every little thing by pitch. That wasn't even the right one, was it? Oh my god. Now I'm choking. Okay. Regain 24, 24. Okay, and then this respace here needs to get undone. Oh my god, I'm joking. Wait, macros. No. There we go. Link, reset. Damn, okay. Hopefully that sounds good. Please sound good. Did I not unlink the res? Am I faded? Yeah, I'm going to have to do something with that ending, but that's fine. Okay, so drop. Let's go. Leads sound pretty good. What we're going to do is we're going to get some miscellaneous synths to go along with this. So particularly some stabs. We got to just rock with whatever I got in my folder. Here we go here. So let's do, what is this, 5 semitones? And then this goes to G. Okay, so these two will be only 1 semitone down. So yeah, right now I'm just trying to get some stabs to highlight the melody. I might only do it for the beginning so that it's very syncopated, but let's see. Might sound cool here as well. Fuck it. We'll rock with it. And honestly, let's get a brass stab. So this first note is D sharp. We could just rock with this one. And then, yeah, I gotta pitch this guy down 1 semitone. That sounded horrible. Okay. I'm gonna make this one louder. Let's make this guy longer too. Okay. So that will be some of the, what do you call it? What are those? Those are stabs. Okay. Bass. Let's move the respace to the beginning. Let's move this over here. I hear more layers that we can add to the lead as well. Though I didn't pick the best lead layers, but it's fine. For the bass, let's go and do broken piano. I think this is a good bass for this style. And then what was the bass line that I made? It was just D sharp, C, G, F. Okay, very simple. So what I want to do is I want to take all of the different notes here, and I'm going to put them and line them up, and we'll go like that. Oops. Sorry. What I meant to say is I'm taking all the notes, and then I'm basically just matching up the bass rhythm, but putting the bass line, like melody. Okay, there we go. Nope, that's E. What does it sound like? Okay, these stabs I think have to go. It's not going to fit. These need to be longer as well. Extend these a bit. Cool, that sounds good. Let's get a buzzy bass in there. We'll go back to Serum for that as well. And then let's just get a classic gritty bass. I'm going to get one more layer in there. This layer is going to be kind of a replacement for a chord patch because I don't want to do chords. And we can do chords if you want. Actually, no. Let's do maybe just like a respace. Okay, now we obviously need one more bass. This bass is going to be the 808 or just the sub. Typically, these days I've like, what's it called? I've been enjoying using 808s instead. So let's go to standalone. Get rid of the click. Actually, let's do a different patch. All right, so there we go. We got at least some drop sounds, a drop idea, kind of. I obviously need to expand on that further. I'm going to take a pause on that, I think. Let me just check out the break here.
I'm overworking. You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are slurring. I'm addicted to you and everything that we do. Ooh, I'm over.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so before I was wrong. I said that it might sound cool if we started the melody a little bit later, but it actually sounds good just right on the grid as is. So we can just keep that, make our lives easy.
I'm overworking. You're missing the.
It honestly sounds cool with this Ryos. I planned on doing like different chords and stuff, but this kind of sounds like dark and menacing, and all the reverb in the vocal helps fill it out. I think one thing that we could definitely do is add an atmosphere. We're in G minor. Let's see. E, F, F sharp, G, 4 semitones.
Overworking. You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are slurring.
It's okay. Kind of want something darker. Maybe this if we pitch it down in semitone.
I'm overworking.
Okay, last resort. Let me just try putting this one up 7. Wait, is that right? 7 is... No, that's a G sharp. I don't even know what's going on anymore. No, it's not. C sharp D, D sharp E, F, F sharp G. No, I was right the first time. I don't like that one. This one's not too bad, the first one that I picked, but one thing I didn't like about it was the lack of high-end energy. I'm going to take a risk right now because I don't typically do this, but we're going to try the crystallizer. Sounds pretty cool. I'm addicted to you and everything that we do. I'm overworking. You're missing the point. Okay, I got lucky. That actually does sound pretty cool. All right, so now what we need to do then, how am I doing on time? 34 minutes. All right, not too bad. I want to get like a decent foundation down for the breaks that I can kind of take my time with the drop, etc. So let's get some vibey chords in. How do I want to do that? Let me think. We can just go with... Oh, I have an idea. Okay, let's do basic piano. Keyscape. We'll do a basic piano, and I know of a preset in Thermal that kind of makes any chord and makes it vibey. So we're going to go here, open up Thermal. It should be in my favorites or my stars or whatever it is here. I think it's this one, Dreamy Lo-Fi Piano. Yeah. Cool. This is a cool sound. Let's make some chords. I'm going to try to make like more powerful chords instead of it being like super melodic. So we'll just go for maybe something like this. Okay, so this is a cool start, but obviously this sound, it definitely needs work. So we're going to just quickly process this. I kind of heard this little progression in my head. So it might be cool if we just have the bass open up the track with this atmosphere and then bring in these chords. And everything that we do, I'm overworking. You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are slurring. I'm addicted to you and everything that we do. Okay, so obviously you just heard I'm taking away that processing. It might not fit this track. I have other ways that we can get cool chords. We could just go to Analog Lab, and then we can leave that piano in just how I made it. I'll just take off that like lo-fi processing, and then it can just be like a solid element in the background. I should have some favorites here in Analog Lab for some cool little like synth keys and stuff. No! I just trolled. Oh my god. This preset, for some reason, always takes forever to load. Wow. Unlucky. Well, I wanted to leave this uncut so that you guys know that I wasn't BSing with the 1 hour, so I'm going to have to leave this in. Yeah, still frozen. 30 minutes. I see the time just dwindling away. Wow. I'm so mad. How did I mess that up? It's done. Okay. God damn it. Oh, come on, man. Dude, no chance, man. What is going on? That just threw me for a loop. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Siri, I'm not talking. No, I'm not talking to you, Siri. Oh, this is not going well. Let's see if I can recover, because holy guacamole.
And everything.
Please give me vibes.
I'm addicted to you and everything that
Yeah, guys, so I'm obviously going rogue right now, not really talking too much. I'm trying to make this little, like, whiny sort of chord patch sit on top of the piano.
I'm addicted to you and everything that we do.
Okay, let me lock in, because this is actually pretty sick. This is a pretty sick start. All right, so
I'm overworking. You're missing.
take some of the lows out of this atmosphere away. I want this to be more in the background for sure. Maybe I'll move the piano down an octave.
You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are slurring. I'm addicted to you and everything that we do.
Okay, cool. This could be a little build and then I'll go into the drop. All right, so we need some sort of progression happening here so that it feels like everything is moving and grooving. So I'm gonna go with the classic. Am I gonna do that? Yeah, let's do it. We don't really have a choice at this point. So what I was gonna say, guys, is I'm gonna just pick a patch here that I know and love. It's got a little bit of a gated LFO thing going on, a little ARP feel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise it an octave and then I'm going to filter it down. And then I'm going to open up the filter. And what this is going to do is this is going to make it feel like this part is really progressing, and it's going to help transition us into that build. I might as well link all of these synths together and also add a kickstart. I think an easy thing to do here is to also just add a kick. A nice filtered kick. Let's see. Oh my god, 25 minutes.
I'm addicted to you and everything that we do. I'm overworking.
gonna have to also add that same sidechain to the bass, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna automate it so that it only plays the sidechain. I mean, it's gonna only turn on when the kick is playing.
Overworking. You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are slurring. I'm addicted to you and everything that we do. Ooh.
And then the last thing that I'm going to do for this section is just like a background percussion element. I've got a few here that might work. Where's that clock sound that I like to use? Not this one, but maybe this one will work.
I'm overworking. You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are slurring. I'm addicted to you and everything that we do.
Hold on, let me look at my... Actually, I'm just going to leave it. No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm so indecisive. Where's clocking? Here it is. This is the one I was looking for.
I'm overworking. You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are slurring. I'm addicted to you and everything that we do.
All right, cool. So next, we're going to move these sounds. We're going to do a quick build-up. We're going to add our drop leads here. I'm going to hide the automations, and we're going to start filtering them in. All right, so then for the filter, I got to use Simplon. Probably keep the atmosphere going as well. You know what? What key am I in? I'm in G. I just thought of another atmosphere that might work, but it's actually not in the right key, so just pretend that never happened. Let me copy over the atmosphere here. We're going to do two things here to make these leads feel a little bit better. We'll do Endless Smile. And we're also going to just quickly make... How am I doing on time? Do I have time to do all these details? I was going to say I want to make a volume automation clip. I kind of have to. Because if I don't, it's not going to sound good at all. All right, Fruity Balance here. Boom, boom. Okay, now what I'm going to have to do also is just turn off the Simplon because I did add that cue, that little boost into the filter, and I don't want that to happen in the drop. Whoops, also I have to turn off the Endless Smile. Okay, cool. So for the builds, we'll just keep it real simple, I guess.
And everything that we do.
Patreon pack, I think it was volume 1. Yes, sir. The Deep Reese Riser. We're going to rock with this guy. And we need to pick it up 5 semitones. No, we don't actually. Wait a second, because I think I start on D sharp.
And everything that we do.
Okay, now the other thing I'm going to do is this atmosphere is actually taking a pretty important role in this track. So what I'm going to do is just automate the volume, because I want it to stay as loud as it is in the build-up, but I want it to completely go away when the drop happens. And I had that crystallizer going on in there. Cool. All right, now let's... Yeah, it's time to get some drop stuff going, for sure. For sure, ski. Okay, so we're going to go for a really big pre-shift clap. The one from Battlefield is perfect, but we do have to make it 126. Another thing that I have to do for sure is add a kickstart to the drop leads. And then I'm going to automate it so that it's off in the build and then on during the drop. And I also realized I didn't do any processing really on these leads. They do sound pretty good in terms of like fullness and stuff, but maybe I have a little time here. I can add a quick little boost with maybe focus one. Hit them with a little focus, a little bit of drive. You guys have heard me say it before. Boom, boom. Nice. All right, kick. All right, so now obviously we got to add a bunch of sidechain to the bass group here. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to have the 808 in the bass group. Because normally I like to have my aggressive basses sidechained a little bit lighter, or maybe a lot of it lighter. Yeah, and the 808 is going to be sidechained heavier. So just doing some very quick mixing. What is happening? Did I do that? I did add a fade accidentally on all of them. Nice. I was like, why is my transient disappearing on my kick? What's nice about using this 808 is it kind of acts as a percussion in between the notes of the kick. So that kind of saves me some time. I don't have to go crazy with percussion. I'm not going to waste my time trying with like different spacings between the bass. I don't have time to experiment. I only have 16 on the clock. Holy guacamole. The leads definitely need work though. I don't love them. I have a lead in mind. I need a lead that's like very crunchy and very just nice. I need a nice lead right now. So let's go to my favorites. Lead. Okay. This is my lead group. Okay, so I could link this here. This kind of acts as a nice little filler. Not a bad idea. Let's go to... Oh, damn it. 24 minus 24 pitch. Link it. Lock it in. And this lead I really like. I want this lead to stick out more, so I think what I'll do is just add a distortion unit on this one alone. We'll go to decapitator for that. And then that hardstyle lead, the release needs to be shortened up. And this serum lead, I'm just going to replace with this Nexus one. The Nexus one fits a bit better. So I'm just going to mute that. And then I think that's all I can do on the lead stack. In terms of layering, I'll probably just add a nice little pull tech real quick. Give it a slight boost at 10K. And honestly, I'm going to add a little bit more compression with the glue so that we can make it sound a little bit fatter. Only mixing in a little bit of compression, but that's fine. I don't like how super sorry this lead stack is. I think if I lower it, I'll be fine. All right, we need things to fill out this drop. So, rides, 4 on the 4 claps. So for this drop, maybe what we can do is just have the 2 claps following the stabs. Let's do a little ride to follow here. I might try a crash instead for this drop. Now, where is the Almighty? I absolutely love this drone. Oh, Benji's making an appearance. Benji, don't mess this up. I am going to take this bass sound and then raise it down an octave. Yeah, I want it to be way meaner. I haven't really had time to process anything. Oh, Benji's tail's in your shot. Benji, get your booty down. What was I saying? Yeah, everything needs to be processed a little bit too. Let's do some group processing on the bass. Where are those stabs? Okay, now for this stab, I definitely need to add some delay to it. Let's do tape delay. Let's do ping pong. We'll do like just a regular eighth note maybe. Way longer feedback. Okay, now I just need one more like cool drone to play in this background. Let's see, synths. How am I doing? Please tell me I have like 10 minutes. I have 8. Fuck. Okay. Okay, now we can get a simple drop down. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to do, because, oh my goodness, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm going to just try to add a quick reverb, and I'm going to put it in between. Actually, no, I lied. Oh my goodness. I'm going to add a delay. So what I'm trying to do right now is I want to fill up the spaces in between the leads. I don't have time to do like automation, any of that. So what I'm going to do to try to kind of finesse it a little bit, we're going to do a ping pong delay. Here we go, ping pong. We're going to do quarter notes. No, eighth notes. We'll do eighth notes. And then I'm going to add a little bit of diffusion. This kind of adds reverb to the delay. So I'm thinking it'll give us like both reverb and delay at the same time, like that feeling. Yeah, it helps a lot. Actually, I'm going to go back to the decapitator as well, switch this to beefy, so that becomes a little bit more low-mid dominant. Let's remove all these drums here, make a very quick little fill. How am I doing? 5 minutes. All right, fill, short fill, big fill. Where's the scurry fill? Where is it? Scurry, scurry, scurry. Here it is. All right, so then next we should get a little bit of shakers and percussion for the second half of the drop. We're gonna go with this guy. Hopefully this sounds good. Impact to take us out of the drop.
I'm overworking, and everything that we do.
And I'm just thinking about this right now. It might be cool if we just take a bit of this reverb from the vocal tail.
I'm overworking. You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are slurring. I'm addicted to you and everything that we do. I'm overworking. You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are slurring. I'm addicted to you and everything that we do.
I'm going to take this impact. I'm going to pitch it up one. This is a pretty cool impact. It's got like a... Actually, this might be too cool. Hold on. Yeah, it's too cool. We're going to go with just a basic one then. Maybe we'll just use the one that I just used for the transition here. Maybe not. Oh my goodness. Nothing is working for me today. And then I'm going to quickly... Actually, what I'm going to do is this. Stretch. And I'm just going to say F it. And make... Usually what I do is I separate the vocal riser from the vocal, but I can't today. So we're going to just take this guy and we're going to pitch it up. I'm going silent, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta get cracked. Boom, boom. This has to go here. It literally has to. I need builds. And then I need to copy everything over. Oh, no. Long fills. No! That was an hour. I'm cheating. I'm cheating. I'm cheating. I'm cheating. Hold on. I'm going to add this riser quick. And I'm copying the riser over. You can't stop me. I'm kidding. Is that it? There's no transition here, really. Okay, I'm gonna cheat one more time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The one thing I'm gonna cheat with now is I just wanted to add a cymbal transition, and I ran out of time. Ugh. Okay, so this is my little cymbal transition.
I'm overworking.
Oh yeah, and then I wanted to add it for the builds as well. God, it's not even letting me cheat anymore. Okay, all right. Damn. So, okay, let's do a little recap before we listen back to it, all right? And what is this white noise playing? Oh, it's from Keyscape? Oh, okay, hold on. I'm going to continue to cheat. Let me add a gate. Where's my gates? So, as I add this gate to get rid of this annoying white noise, let's recap a little bit. So, it just took me way too long to make an idea today, and it took me a little long to get the leads that I wanted. I still don't totally love the leads. They're a little super sawy to me. I want them to cut through. Like, I want the super saw to take more of a backseat and have just like a cooler lead sound overall. But what I do like about this challenge is it forces you to go, like it forces you to move on. And now at least I have like a skeleton of a rough idea. And yeah, pretty cool overall. I like the vibes of it. Obviously, I'm really into that dark hybrid prog, whatever we're calling it these days. I really don't know what to call my sound. So if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to comment it. But it's kind of like dark progressive house, but it's melodic at the same time and kind of bigger me. I don't know. So I'm rocking with hybrid prog unless you guys can come up with something better. Anyway, let's take a listen from the top and let's see what I came up with.
I'm overworking. You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are slurring. I'm addicted to you and everything that we do. I'm overworking. You're missing the point of my intentions. My words are slurring. I'm addicted to you and everything that we do. I'm overworking. You're missing the point of my intentions. My words.
Okay, and I don't really have to go on and play the rest for you guys. I mean, it's basically just the first half, and I literally copied it over to cheat. But, I mean, in theory, I've got a 2-minute and 40-second song idea now. How you doing? All right, listen. The drop is actually disgusting. I'm not going to lie. This melody, I think, really fits with my style here. Really sick. Obviously, it just needs to be like touched up because I had to blast through certain aspects of it, and I really like to be detail oriented when I produce. But that's what I love so much about this challenge is that, again, it forces me to not be a perfectionist and just get an idea down. And now I've done just that. So yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the third edition of the 1 hour song challenge. It's always fun for me to do this. And if you guys have any other challenge requests or anything, feel free to drop them down below. Looking to make other kinds of videos other than Studio Time with Ryos. So if you guys have any other ideas, again, things that you want to see from me, let me know down below. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time I upload. And also, if you guys didn't know, I am dropping monthly sample packs on my Patreon, as well as stems to Studio Time with Ryos, a bunch of other goodies, lessons, anything you want. Maybe not anything, but I got a lot of goodies there. Go ahead down below in my description. Go check it out for yourself. And that'll be all for me today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.